Hey guys, and welcome back to my nail journal. So today's video is a little special because it's part of a Halloween collab. The collaboration is called the Halloween 13, where 13 of us YouTubers got together to make 13 nail tutorials on the first 13 days of October. Halloween themed nail tutorials, that is. Okay, first let's talk about what we're going to be using. So I do prep my nails with peel base. I use the UNT Ready for Takeoff peel base. This just allows me to change my nails every week without having to soak in acetone. So I know I'm using the dreaded paper towel background, ignore that. So I'm going to be using the new black from Jude Nails It, which is Paint It Black. Also going to be using this new color from her, which is Let the Bodies Hit the Floor. This is a bright neon orange. And this is an older color from her. It's still available, so ignore the older packaging, but this is Pumkin Patch, and this is the glitter accent I'm going to be going with. Again, all of these colors are available on her website, so don't forget to check out the description box. I'm also going to be using her clear to clear cap all of my colors, which is Crystalline, and this is my absolute favorite clear. And I'm also using her dip liquids, her dip base, and her activator to apply the dip powder. I'm not going to be using the dip top coat. I'm going to be using my, Kupa Gelfinity top coat, just because I honestly prefer gel top coat over dip top coat in general, but also working with decals, I love using good Lord help me, I love using gel base and top coat. And the wonderful decals I'm using is from Poshy Nail Designs. So we're going to be using some of these jack-o'-lantern faces for one hand, and probably the spider webs and bats for the other hand. First thing first, I like to lay my nail in the dip powder, so I always pour them out in a cupcake liner. So I'm going to get my colors ready by doing that right now. So I focus on the decals last. The first thing I'm going to do is just apply my dip powder, I activate it, I file and shape it, and then that's when I use the decals. So I'll show you all that once I get to that process, but the first thing is just applying the colors. So there's just the first layer of all these colors. I'm going to do 3 layers of the solids and 2 layers of the glitter, and then clear cap. Okay, so there's the second layer. I won't do a third layer of the glitter, but I will do a third layer of the colors. I'm going to do that off camera just because I need to be able to get to these cuticle lines really close without having to worry about being in shot. But I do want to say this is my first time trying Jude Nails It's Black. She just came out with it like a couple of days before I filmed this. And I noticed immediately it did not stain my brush like most blacks do. However, it is really pigmented. You saw in that first layer it was pretty pigmented. And when I brush off, right now it looks crazy because there's powder on my skin, but when I brushed off that first layer, I didn't notice staining on my skin like a lot of black dip powders do. It's the same thing with the orange, because that's a very pigmented color. It's really bright in person, and I didn't notice any staining on my brush or my cuticles on that either. So I'm really glad she came in with a black with her amazing formula that she has. Jude Nails It really knows her formula. So I'll be back once the third layer is done. Okay, now I have all of the main part done. It does look like the black might stain my skin, but we'll just have to really test that once I wash it. So going by my inspiration pick that I got off of Pinterest, I'm going to ombre this onto the black. I'm actually going to do both black fingers, and I'm going to do the ombre from the cuticle down, not from the free edge down. So I'm just going to use one of the smallest brushes I have, which is this Wet n Wild crease brush. This is in their dollar line, but basically like a pencil brush. And I'm going to apply a little bit of base and hold my finger over the glitter and ombre it on from the cuticle down. So now I'm going to let that base completely dry, and then I'm going to clear cap, file and shape them, and then we'll come back to talk about the decal part of this. Okay, so I finished filing and buffing off camera, and I went ahead and did my other hand. This is the same orange and black. I just ombre'd the index and the ring finger, and so we're just going to focus on the design for the left hand. So for the left hand, I'm going to use one of these evil jack-o'-lantern faces and one of these cute ones. So these are water decals, which means it's kind of like working with a temporary tattoo. We're going to cut out the design as close to this as we can and then dip it in the water for a little bit, and I'm going to kind of pat dry it on here and apply it. Before I cut them out and apply them, I do one finger at a time so that I don't mess up the other ones while I'm working on that one. But I like to apply a layer of gel base coat, so I just use Sparkling Co's. And I cure that for 30 seconds before putting on the decal, because I use that tacky layer of the base coat to help really stick the decal down. And then when I go to finish, I put another layer of base coat on before I put top coat on. That way it'll help the top coat from peeling off of the decal. So I'm going to go ahead and figure out which design I want. I think the evil face is going to be on the middle finger and the cute face is going to be on the index. And I'm going to go ahead and take this out and cut those designs out. So I have those designs cut out and ready, but first I'm going to apply my base coat and let that cure for 30 seconds. So I'm going to do the middle finger first, which is going to be that more evil face. And you just need a thin layer of this. So now that the base coat is on, don't touch it because it is tacky. And I'm going to take my tweezers and hold this in the water for about 15 to 20 seconds. You want to fully submerge it in the water, and then I lay it on the paper towel and I very gently pat dry this a little bit. Pick it back up, and then it should start to slide off the backing, and then I'll grab it with the tweezers and I'll aim it, kind of like aim and pull the trigger. And then once I drop it, if you have one of these little eyeshadow applicators, make sure it's clean. you can kind of then gently start to push the air bubbles out. Be very gentle. These decals are very delicate, and if you push too hard, you will rip it. Now that that one's on there, I'm going to apply base coat to my other finger that I want to put the other decal on, cure that for 30 seconds again, and then come back and add the other decal. Once again, I'm going to pick up my other design and submerge it fully in the water for about 15 to 20 seconds. Lay it on the paper towel and gently pat dry it. And there you go for the decals. And again, I'm going to add a fresh layer of base gel over the decals, cure that for 30 seconds, and then apply my gel top coat and cure that for the full 60 seconds. I just apply that next layer of base gel to mostly make sure that the top coat doesn't peel from these decals. There you go, guys. There is the finished look. So we have Jude Nails It's Paint It Black, her Let the Bodies Hit the Floor, and the glitter is Pumpkin Patch by Jude Nails It, and then the decals are by Poshy Nail Designs. This hand I went with the spiders crawling out of the black ombre. Kind of looks like they're crawling out of something decaying. I don't know, I like it. So the lovely Lynn is next. Her video is day 8 of the Halloween 13. So you need to check out the description box below because I'm going to have everything linked. Everybody that's involved in this collab and who is next and who came before me. And stay tuned. In just a second, I'm going to explain a giveaway. Yes, you guys, there's a giveaway, and it's going to have to be hosted on my Instagram, though, because Instagram is easier when it comes to dealing with giveaways than YouTube. So stay tuned. Just a second. I'll be right back to explain the giveaway. Now on to the giveaway details. So you're going to have to follow me on Instagram. That's going to be in the description box, as well as everybody in this collaboration's Instagram and their YouTubes. Follow me on Instagram, and the very first post with these nails, the one of my left hand, there's going to be a couple posts. There's going to be a post of just my left hand and a post of just my right hand. So make sure you're paying attention. The post with just my left hand, I'm going to need you to comment in the comments with a jack-o'-lantern emoji. That's it. One comment per person. Just comment a jack-o'-lantern emoji. If you're commenting on something else, make sure you put the jack-o'-lantern emoji in that same comment. One comment per person. That's all you have to do. And what will you be winning? The exact same set of decals that I used in this video, courtesy of Poshy Nail Designs. And if you're scared that you can't do the black ombre effect on a bright color like the orange, she's got you, girl. She's got the ombre for you. So again, follow me on Instagram, comment, make sure it's one comment per person, comment a jack-o'-lantern emoji on the post that has my left hand. And don't forget to check out the description box for all the other information, because you're going to need the link for the lovely Lynny's YouTube channel in order to see her video next. Again, she's day 8, and I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye!